Morning. Very was shy. Got a good firm B here. And Ted and Lakin are still struggling. Your little sister's doing really well. What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well?
No, I had this really terrible dream.
About Joe again?
No, it was about the baby. Someone wanted to take it from me. Everyone was...
It was just a dream.
Everyone said that it wasn't mine. It was like a jury handing down a sentence, and then I had to give it away. I know why I dreamt it, too. It's because of what Jeff said about it not being his. I still can't get over that.
Oh, Amy, Jeff is such a jerk. He's a complete idiot.
How could he say something like that? How could he even believe it? He knew me. We were in love. Now he's saying that I was unfaithful to him when we were together, that I slept around? I was ridiculously faithful. If some man looked at me twice, I felt guilty.
Amy, I think the reason is fairly obvious. You've got to face it. He doesn't believe that the baby is his. From what I've seen of him, he thinks that dodging responsibility is man's highest achievement.
I don't care what he says. I know what I know, and that baby's his. I wish it weren't. It is.
Does he know that Sophia and his Contessa are the same person? You don't forget the face of someone you've loved, or the sound of their voice. Is he that blind? He can't be that naive.
Lionel. My angel. My oboe. My great big bassoon. Wake up and resonate for me.
Okay.
I knew that would do it. Oh, I love you in the morning. You're so warm and sweet. Darling, where did you meet the Contessa Armonti?
What's that?
Well, you see, Eden told me that you knew her a long time ago. Is that true? Why did you jump bail that time? Who was on the train with you?
What? Wait a minute. What is this?
Oh, do nothings.
You want to make whoopee or small talk?
No, this is very big talk. See, I woke up this morning with all these questions buzzing around in my head.
Yeah?
We can talk about it later if you want.
Oh, that's better. That's a lot better.
You know that trouble you had with Sophia and the goggles and the swimsuit?
What?
Did you ever work all that out?
What?
You know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going on here?
Oh, darling.
Wait, you're asking me things. You are pumping me for information, Augusta?
Darling, no.
Darling, yeah. And you know something?
What?
You just blew it. I'm talking about what might possibly have been one of the better romps of the decade. So much for that.
Maybe he really doesn't know yet that the Contessa is Sophia. There still may be a chance to get rid of her before he finds out. On the other hand, why wouldn't he answer me? Because he's the sneakiest, craftiest man alive. That's why.
Who is it?
It is your stepson, Mother dear.
Oh, Marcello, I wondered where I could...
Sorry, I'm afraid it's your other stepson. How are you, my long-lost mommy dearest?
Mason, what is it? What do you want?
I brought a gift for a very special person. I hope you'll do me the honor of accepting it.
How long are they going to keep you waiting?
Oh, I wish I knew. All they said was that the person on line was busy. I'll tell you something, though. The bigger I get, the longer I have to wait.
After all you've been through, why don't you let me take care of that?
No, I want to keep busy. Larry's gone back to the ship. I don't see you sitting around here moping.
Well, luckily, I had a job.
Well, I will too soon. I hope so. Can't stand sitting around here at the house. Hello, yes, no, what, I've been waiting. Hello? The genius came back on the line to tell me it was still busy.
Oh. Well, maybe you should hang up and try later.
No, I've got too much invested in this call. The longer I wait, the guiltier they're gonna feel.
Oh, you've got a visitor.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Who is it?
Brick just pulled up.
Jackie, I can't let her see me like this.
Now, let me hold the phone and you put yourself together.
Oh, no. It's gonna take a battery of professionals to pull me together.
Oh, you should let you listen to music.
It's not music, that's just orchestrated static. Oh, no.
There you go.
No, if I only had another 4 or 5 hours. Okay. Well, you get it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll look casual here.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Is Mother Earth up yet?
She sure is.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you're looking good.
You bringing food baskets to the needy?
No. As a matter of fact, what I've
Oh,
got-
wait. Okay, hi. Mr. Dreyer, this is Amy Perkins. I came by yesterday to fill out an application for... That's right, yeah. That's right, the pregnant lady. Well, you don't? Well, that's not what you said yesterday. I mean, well, how can you not hire pregnant women if they're qualified? What does that mean? Well, your mother was a pregnant woman, wasn't she? Does that make her a second-class citizen? Well, no, I'm sorry, I don't see how what pregnancy has to do with somebody's ability to think and do a good job. It hasn't affected my shorthand or typing. Oh, I see. Okay, well, you probably don't hire widows and orphans very much either. Oh, thanks very much. You too.
Well done.
Good morning, Dr. Renfro. It's a pleasure seeing you again.
You too, Dr. Montclair.
I was surprised when they said that you were waiting. What brings you all the way here from St. Xavier? I suspect it isn't a social call.
No, I come because I'm interested in a certain case. One of yours, actually.
Mine?
Yeah, I understand you're treating an OBGYN patient named Amy Perkins. Is that right?
Amy Perkins, yes. How do you know about her? How did you even come to hear about her? Did she call you?
No.
Then I don't understand. What is your interest in her?
Amy, the world is full of jerks.
I know, but why do they always have to be in a position of authority? Aren't there any low-level jerks around that can't hurt you?
It doesn't seem like it, but don't worry, you'll find something else.
Well, I prefer to take your mind off that anyway, because what I have in here is a picnic fit for a king. We're going to find ourselves a nice grassy spot with a view and spend the day fighting off ants.
Ooh, I wish I could. I can't. I mean, how would you like to picnic on the front steps of the unemployment office?
It's not the most terrific idea I've ever heard.
Oh, I can't. I promised I'd put today to good use. But if you help me go through the want ads, maybe. I'm determined to find someone who's going to hire a pregnant woman.
You know, I think you should put all that aside and go on your picnic. As a matter of fact, I just happen to have all my classes canceled today, and I might be able to go along with you.
Well,
He begged me.
you're very welcome to come along, Jackie, if you want.
Thank you, but I wouldn't dare butt in. Excuse me.
I promise you, if we have a picnic, it's going to be on the living room floor. I've got to find a job.
Would you run that by me just one more time? Well, no, Warren didn't tell me a thing. Yeah. Terrific. Thank you.
What now?
Tell me something.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I'm okay.
No, I mean about everything.
I'm just trying not to think about it. No?
Listen, if you ever want to talk, okay? Phone.
That's someone who wants me to work for them. They're going to have to beg. Hello? Yes, he is. It's for you.
Hello? Yes? Yeah. No, it's fine. I'll be right over. It's okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Who is that?
Lionel.
Where are you going?
He wants me back at the house. He and Augusta have called a summit meeting or something. I don't know.
On your day off?
Says it's important. But I have learned with the rich and the mighty, always little patience. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
To the both of you.
Bye.
Bye. See you later, Jackie.
Oh, bye. If I don't see you later, have a good time.
Yeah.
You know something?
What?
I think you're really lucky to have him around.
You know something? That's yesterday's news.
I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Our chauffeur is handling stock transactions for this family. That's what the stockbroker just said. Not only that. Oh, no. He has power of attorney. Minx gave it to him.
What?
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah. I think she's gone around the bend. That's the only explanation. I should go marching in there right now and just demand an answer. Ask her what the hell's going on through her mind.
Look, yelling at her has never accomplished anything. You know that. You have to talk to her very quietly or she clams up and she won't talk at all.
Yeah, you're right.
You know that about your own mother.
Okay, all right. I suppose what I should do is just sit Brick down and ask for an explanation.
Well, he should be here soon. He said he was leaving.
You know something? That is the last financial transaction that Brick will ever make for this family. I mean, why doesn't he just stay in the garage where he belongs?
What is it?
Well, it was designed to be a bookmark. I made it for you a long time ago when I was in school, in crafts class. I knew you liked to read, so I thought it would be a practical gift. I think I also hoped that you would like it and maybe in turn like me a little more, but you disappeared before I could give it to you.
I always tried to be the best mother I could to you.
Really? Well, maybe you did, but you weren't my mother, and I found it hard to accept you. I tried.
I'd loved you very much, Mason.
Did you really? I've always wanted to ask you that. That and about a million other things. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Well, ask me. I want to tell you everything. You have a right to know.
All right. All right, for starters, how about how long you've been in Santa Barbara and where you've been all this time? And is Marcello really your stepson, or is that just what they're calling such men this season?
Mason.
Well, I really don't know much about your morals now, do I, Sophia? Speaking of which, did Lionel Lockridge really try to kill you? What about the life you've been leading the past 15 years? Do you have any children from your self-imposed exile?
If you just give me a chance.
I want to know why you're back in Santa Barbara.
Mason.
And were you the one that was tipping me off about Lionel being Channing's killer?
Stop this. You have no right to do this to me. I'm not a witness in your courtroom.
I want to know what your plans are. Do you have some secret dream of becoming Mrs. C.C. Capwell again?
No, of course not.
I want to know who else knows who you are and that you're alive.
It doesn't matter.
I want to know.
I already told you. Eden knows. But she doesn't want me to be around because she hasn't understood.
No, I can see why. I just want to know why you're back. She probably has the same curiosity. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I know a better way to get the truth out of you.
Who are you calling?
You'll see.
Hello?
Hi, it's Mason. I was wondering if you could come over here to the presidential suite at the hotel.
Why?
Well, I'm here with the Contessa, and I think she'd like to see you. I think you'd better drop whatever you're doing and get on over here.
Mason, what's going on? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm just getting some basic facts. Like who else knows that Sophia is alive and well and living in Santa Barbara?
You know.
That's right. I know. Now, who else does besides you?
Well, Lionel.
Lionel? Well, of course. Of course, I should have known. All right, well, come on over. It looks as if we're going to have a regular showdown. We'll be waiting for you.
Je crois que tu devrais te calmer un peu.
Me calmer.
Thing to say to me, look at you.
Well, if I seem nervous, it's because you're making me feel that way. I don't know what you have in your mind, but I don't want you lighting into Brick with your fists.
Fist? Oh, I'm an intellectual, not the neighborhood bully. Besides, you ever see the build on that kid? What do you think, I'm suicidal? Of course you've seen his build. Anyway, listen, that's not the point. The point is that there are a lot of questions that I want answered. Now, I mean, what do we know about Brick? What can you tell me about it?
Nothing very enlightening. His father deserted him and his mother raised him. She had something to do with a traveling circus.
A traveling circus? Well, that doesn't exactly equip one to be a stock market analyst, does it? Excuse me.
Well, your mother seems to think so. She had him investigated, and she was satisfied.
My mother marches to an indifferent drummer. I mean, come on. It's one thing to give the kid a job as a chauffeur and quite another to give him powers of attorney. It's time to do something about it.
Here he is now. Just, all right, would you take it easy, please?
You don't have to worry. I'm not going to... Brett, yeah, we've been waiting for you.
It's supposed to be my day off. Do you mind telling me what was so important that you have to call me back here?
We'd like to talk to you.
What about?
Sit down, sit down. Now, you've been working for this family a few months. How do you feel about working here?
It's fine for the most part. Why?
Well, do you mind outlining what your duties are? I mean, exactly what does Minx expect of you?
It's nothing too elaborate. She hired me to drive for her and the family, run some errands, clean the car.
And that's it?
Essentially.
Well, it is my impression that your duties are a great deal more than that. In fact, haven't you been handling certain investments for her?
I buy and sell a little stock from her portfolio.
Are you an expert in the stock market?
No, sir, but I have talked to a lot of experts. They seem to think I'm pretty lucky I haven't lost any of her money yet.
Of course, it might be only a matter of time before you lose it all.
Augusta, please.
She doesn't put all of it at my disposal, you know. She's too shrewd for that.
Well, I am beginning to wonder just how shrewd she is, Brigg, because, I mean, here she hires you, a total stranger, as a chauffeur, and then months later she's handing you stock transactions to make. I mean, I don't, wouldn't you say that's a little unusual?
There's never been anything usual about the job, Mr. Lockridge, nor about your mother.
Well, I would like to know, Brigg, just how you talked her into letting you handle these stock transactions.
No, wait. Let's get something straight here. It wasn't my idea. I didn't want to do it at all, and I warned her this would cause trouble when it came out, but I couldn't talk her out of it. Your mom can be pretty stubborn when her mind's made up.
Seems to me you have some kind of hold over her. Is she indebted to you for something?
Why don't you talk to Minx about that? Okay?
We are talking to you.
Look, sir, I haven't done anything wrong. And I think if you'll check it out, you'll see that things have improved considerably since I've been doing it for her. I'm careful. And I think you'll find that I've helped turn things around for you.
Wait just a minute right there. The thing that turned everything around for us was my finding those paintings on the Amanda Lockridge, not your dabbling in the stock market.
Well, that certainly is true. I don't deny that.
Brigg, I think you should just leave here. We'll make sure that you get 2 weeks severance pay, all right?
Augusta, come on. That's not the end.
All right? You had your minds made up, didn't you? Or you had your mind made up? Let me just say, sir, that I had no intentions of offending you or anyone. It was strictly business. And I haven't done anything wrong or anything that I wasn't asked to do. And I don't think it's fair of you firing me when all I've done is followed orders. I mean, why don't you talk to Minx about all this?
You feel she'll protect you, I suppose.
Well, I kind of hope she would. I mean, she's the one that gave me the challenge of seeing what I could do in the market for your family. Kind of enjoyed it. It excited me.
Well, of course, playing with other people's money is exciting. We all know that.
We don't want to argue with you, Brigg. You're fired. That's all there is to it.
All
Look, Minx hired me. I don't think you can fire me. And I'd like to tell you that I like it around here. I want to stick around. And I get along with Minx and with Lakin and Warren, even if I don't do so well with the parents. But I'll leave when Minx tells me to.
There's no need to call Lionel. I do not want to see him.
Nevertheless, I'm calling him. Hello?
Yes?
Augusta, is Lionel there? This is Mason.
I know who it is. Hold on. It's Mason for you. Just a minute. We're not through talking to you yet.
Hello?
Lionel.
No. I'm over at the Capwell Hotel in the Contessa's suite. We're having a little summit meeting here today, and be very pleased if you could come along and join us.
Who's we?
Oh, the Contessa and I are here, and Eden's coming along in a minute.
Eden's going to be there. Do you mind if I speak to the party in question?
That was very gingerly put, Lionel. Obviously, you don't want Augusta to get the wrong idea. It's very wise of you. Hold on, I'll put her on.
Hello.
What's going on?
Mason knows.
Who I am, and he wants to have a meeting with you and with Eden to discuss the whole thing, although I don't know what he hopes to accomplish.
That's fine. I'll handle it from here. Unless I'm very mistaken, Lionel, Eden and I are of the same mind about Sophia, so will you please come over here and join the discussion?
All right.
Thank you. We'll expect you shortly.
Bye. For what it's worth, I think you're one of the more beautiful women I've ever seen. I suspect you're also one of the more dangerous.
Well, what was all that about? Mason, Eden, and who? You're going to meet them somewhere?
Augusta, I really can't talk about it now. Mason wants me to go over there, and I have to go.
Are they more important than we are? What about Lakin? You know how depressed she is. I was hoping you would at least talk to her and cheer her up.
And so I will when I get back. Brick, I'm sorry. Our conversation will have to wait for a while.
I'm afraid there's nothing to discuss until Minx is consulted.
We'll see.
There is a great deal more to discuss. I think you've been taking advantage of a vulnerable old lady who has an eye still for attractive young men.
Me? You flatter me.
I also think you've been flexing your muscles and smooth-talking her every chance you get just to get in her good graces.
Augusta, Mrs. Lockridge, the truth is Minx and I spend most of our time fighting. Look, I have no idea why she picked me over 2 million other people who could be better business managers, chauffeurs, gardeners, whatever. I don't know, okay? There must be some reason. I intend to find out what that is. Not to please you or your husband, or to see if I can save the Lockridge fortune from your husband's obvious mismanagement. Just to find out the truth about where I fit into all this.
I don't suppose Amy Perkins has anything to do with your sticking around here.
Well, she certainly has a little to do with it. She's another reason why I don't want to lose a good job if I can hold it. Now, can I go and enjoy the rest of my day off?
Oh, yes. Do enjoy. Enjoy what you can while you can. But let me tell you something. I am not satisfied with your answers. Is this Mr. Capwell's secretary? Good. I wonder if you can tell me where I can reach him. The Capwell Hotel Presidential Suite, I see. Thank you. No message. I'll see if I can reach him directly. Yes, thank you. Where is she?
Getting dressed?
How did you find out about Mother?
She came to me after Joe was killed, wanting to go see Kelly.
Yeah, she was desperate to do that. Oh.
So it's probably Lionel.
Oh, a happy little group this is going to be.
Oh, sure enough.
What's going on?
Well, first of all, I'd like to know how you came to find out about Sophia.
No, I'm not going to get into all that with you, Mason. First of all, I don't think it's any of your business. But I would like to know from you what possessed you to tell Augusta that the Contessa and I had a relationship in the past. I mean, if Augusta had any idea who the Contessa really is, I shudder to think what would happen.
This is the Contessa Armonti. I'd like to place an outside call, please. Bill this to my suite number 501. The number is 555-3501. Hello, Jake. This is Augusta Lockridge. No, just listen. I heard you were back in circulation again, and I need you to do something for me. Well, Yes, Joe Perkins. You didn't do such a great job, but I'm prepared to give you another chance, and the work isn't that dissimilar. I have someone who has to leave town. Yes. You've got the idea. Well, I'll contact you later today and let you know for sure. I just want to make sure you're still in business. Your fee? I'm willing to pay you what I paid you last time, and that's it. Fine. When we have a deal, you'll be hearing from me again. Thanks.
family.
Yeah, the one they keep in the attic.
Mrs. Lockridge won't let them fire you. Besides, what would I do if you left town? I need you here.
Look, I don't think it'll happen, but I just can't help worrying about it. You know, I send my mom a check every month. She kind of depends on it.
Lionel just must be really threatened by you. You must think you want to run everything, or you want all their money.
Gee, I like the sound of that.
Money, 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 money.
You know, I've seen a lot of people with a lot of money, but I just can't seem to think where they're any happier than anybody else.
Nah.
It's never enough. More money, more power.
Money, 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 money.
It's things like this that cause the Capitol-Lockridge feud.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel so sorry for Ted and Lincoln.
Money, 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 money.
Hello, Amy.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like you both to meet Dr. Renfro. He's out here from Boston on your account, Amy.
To meet me?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Perkins.
Hi.
And you?
Wallace, Brick Wallace.
How do you?
To meet me, I don't know. Why another doctor?
The feeling is that you should have a specialist, Amy. And Dr. Renfro is one of the best men in the field today.
I don't understand. You didn't say anything about needing a specialist. Is my case more serious than I thought?
No, I think that everything's under control.
Well, then I don't understand. I like you. I don't want anyone else to treat me. You got me through a very difficult situation, and I'm very grateful.
Believe me, Miss Perkins, it's no reflection on Dr. Montclair's ability. No, we're simply trying to prevent any future problems. We're only thinking of what's going to be best for you and your baby.
And you don't have to worry about the cost, if that's a consideration. Dr. Renfro has generously agreed to waive his fee and charge what I have.
I thought you were overcharging me.
Excuse me, are you sure that she needs a specialist?
Well, we think that it would be the safest precaution. Now, if it turns out that a specialist isn't necessary, well, then nothing's been lost. But if she should need one, well...
Well, if it's what you recommend, then I guess it's all right with me.
It settles then. Shall we all sit down?
Amy?
Sure.
Sit.
Thank you.
We all feel the same way, Mother. We all want you to leave for Europe.
Your being here can only cause trouble for us. You should have thought of that before you thought about coming back.
This isn't fair. And besides, there are more people concerned with this. There's my other children, Ted and Kelly. I think that they need me. They need their mother.
Sophia,
And no, wait a minute. And Kelly needs me more now than she ever has because of what's just happened to her.
Sophia, for every person who needs you, there are 3 who could be better off without you.
This is so cruel of all of you. It was cruel of you to come back. You were gone, and you were well thought of. You should have been content to settle for that, Mother. Excuse me for a minute, please.
Can you imagine what it'll be like if she really does come back? What that'll do?
What?
Well, to you, for example. You're the lady of the house now, at least until the wedding. Got a position to protect.
That's the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard. That's not what it's about. It's about the emotional upheaval that's going to happen in our family. What about Daddy? If Daddy marries Gina and Sophia comes running back into his life, he's going to love her, because he always did. But he's going to hate her for interfering in his present happiness, and he's going to hate you too, Lionel. It's going to split him right down the middle, and it's not fair.
Not to mention what it'll do to Gina.
Oh, well, she happens to be the smallest of my worries now, Mason.
I'm very sorry.
You know, I'd like to hear what Lionel has to say about all this. He's been very quiet all this time. How do you feel, Lionel? After all, you did try to kill her when you couldn't have her.
I did not try to kill her. But I must admit that perhaps it would be best for all our sakes if you did go. Sophia, you are the fuse that ignites this feud between our 2 families. If you officially reappeared at this point, I think it would be very, very damaging to all our families. Not just yours, but mine. Augusta knows about your relationship with me in the past. If you reappeared suddenly now, she'd never trust me again.
Well, just what about
what I want. What about my life? None of you have thought about that. Don't you think that I have suffered enough being without my family for 15 years? Now, you're all asking me to just forget it. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do it. None of you, not one of you, care about my needs.
Room service.
Young man, could you do me a favor?
What's that?
You were just in the presidential suite. Could you tell me who was in there? Could you describe them for me?
In there?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I don't know if I...
Well, maybe this will salve your conscience.
You're on. There's, 2 guys and 2 ladies.
Well, describe the men.
There's an older guy who's got, grayish hair. He's got a chin that won't stop.
Thank you. I love tests that say I'm going to be all right.
Oh, great. It reassures me, too.
Yeah.
I know what a difficult emotional ordeal it must have been for you to go through that hostage situation and then the death of your brother.
You just got in from Boston. You've heard about all that already?
Well, the evening news travels fast. Besides, it's my job to know about my patients. Sit down, sit down.
Thank you.
Now, my primary concern in this case is the ovarian cyst. Oh, I don't anticipate any problems, but I do want to be on the alert.
I'm very grateful that you're being so thorough.
Well, we'd like to make sure that she gets the best care she can get. This baby's pretty important to her.
Are you the father, Mr. Wallace?
No, but I think I've earned the right to be the baby's godfather, at least. I thought you knew all there was to know about Amy.
Well, it's impossible to know everything about someone, isn't it? We simply do our best when we brief ourselves.
So, you want to see me again in a week? Is there anything else?
Not for the present, no. Hey, it's been a great pleasure meeting you, Amy.
Thank you.
And you, Mr. Wallace.
Thank you.
See you in a week, Doc.
Right.
Bye.
Yes, sir, this is Dr. Renfro. Well, I wanted to let you know that I made contact with the Perkins girl. Yes, sir, she's agreed to be my patient. That's right, sir. Everything's right on schedule. Thank you, sir.
Well, I agree with the rest of you. I think her presence here would be a brutal blow to the family. I don't object so much to the effect it'll have on Dad, but the effect it'll have on Ted and Kelly.
Kelly, I can help Kelly.
No. Don't you understand what she's gone through? It would be a devastating shock to her if you came back. Rutherford, please, just leave things alone.
I don't want to hurt her, Eden. I don't want to hurt anybody. That isn't the reason I came back. If I thought I was going to hurt anybody, I'd leave in a minute.
Well, good. It's settled then. Front desk, please. Yes. Yes, would you be good enough to prepare the Contessa Armanti's bill? She'll be checking out this afternoon. Well, I think you've made the right decision. Eden, I don't think we have much more to accomplish here. Can I see you to your car?
Yeah. Maybe we'll meet again, Mom. In Europe or something.
Eden, I know that you're not so against me. If you only took a minute and thought about what I've told you.
Bye, Lionel.
Sophia, I want you to know that it's been a remarkable experience seeing you again. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for doing the right thing in this instance.
Goodbye, Mason. Aren't you going to leave, too?
Not quite yet. I still have a few more things I wish to say.
Well, that went a lot better than I expected.
Oh, the way you railroaded it through was very effective.
Well, I assume you're having second thoughts?
No. I have reservations. I did then, I do now. She's suffered a lot, Mason. And she's Mom.
Eden, you mustn't weaken. What we're doing is for the best. And once she's gone, you'll be able to concentrate all of your energy on Senor Castillo and begin to enjoy your little romp.
It's really none of your business. And I don't appreciate that remark. You know you really are an insufferable snob.
I know. I'm also an insufferable realist, and that's what you don't like. Face it, Eden, you're never going to make a silk purse out of Cruz, but I'm sure you find the challenge stimulating. Think it's safe to leave Lionel and Sophia alone?
No, I don't, but right now I don't want to deal with that. I just want to get out of here.
All seems so sure, so determined.
Sophia, do you remember how your children used to feel about you?
Oh, yes. That's what's kept me going all these years.
And you must see how wrong this all is. Believe me, I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying it from my heart. You and I loved each other. It was wrong. And when I thought you were dead, I have tried to put my life back together again. I would never do anything to hurt my family. And you mustn't. Please don't jeopardize that. Please go back to Italy and leave us alone.
It seems like I don't have much of a choice. But it hurts. You don't know how much it hurts.
I'm sure it does. Old memories don't die that easily. They get more inaccurate with age. Shall we drink a farewell toast?
Have a limousine waiting outside the Contessa's hotel and tell her it's a complimentary car. Once you get her inside, you know what to do with her. Just make sure you do it.
Vous êtes fatigué?
Oh oui, sérieusement.
Bon. I'll tell you what to do. You sit down, put your feet up, and I'm gonna rub them.
Is that a serious offer?
Try me.
You asked for it.
Okay.
Ooh. This makes all the rejections worth it. Doesn't do much for those applications I've got to fill out, though.
Oh, you don't have to fill them out tonight, do you?
Yes, I do. I can't waste time. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna lie, no matter how tempting it is. I'm not gonna say that I'm a man, or that I'm married, or that I'm not pregnant.
I'd like to see you get away with that one.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm not discouraged. Don't think that I'm not. I'm going to find somebody who's going to hire me to do something.
Oh, of course you will.
What about you?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of leaving Santa Bárbara now.
I'd hate it if you did. I'd rub my feet.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think I'll hang on to my job somehow. You feel better about having this specialist look after you now?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how that happened, but I guess I'm pretty lucky.
You know, I was thinking something.
What?
Well, you're a pretty independent girl. Have you ever thought about getting your own place? You know, not living with your mom and your sister?
No, I've never given it any serious thought. Why?
Well, there's a vacancy in the rooming house that I'm living in right now, and I was just kind of thinking maybe you'd like to move in. Have more privacy.
I've got an idea.
What's that?
Well, my mother might appreciate taking in some extra money. She might think about taking in a boarder. We've got Joe's room, and the food's probably better here. What do you think about that?
It's not bad. think one way or another, I'm going to be seeing a lot more of you, kid.
Uh-oh.
Well, where are you off to?
Oh, I have 1,000 things to do and no time to describe them to you.
Really? Now, I get that kind of evasive answer from you a lot these days. I mean, have you noticed? I always ask where you're going, and you never have the time to tell me.
My life is a whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me about your meeting with Mason and Eden?
Oh, I see. There's no time to tell me where you're going, but there is time to find out where I've been. I see. My meeting... well, my meeting went well, okay? I don't want to go into detail.
Oh, look who's being evasive now.
Oh. All right. Okay. Let's see. My meeting went very well. Mason and Eden both wanted to apologize for the way they treated me when I was in jail, and I cordially accepted their apology.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I have to go.
When will you be coming back?
I have no idea.
Augusta! What's wrong?
If we're not going to be honest with each other, I really don't see any point in talking. It's a waste of time and breath.
Augusta, I think our problems are just about over. I feel very strongly that we will have reason to celebrate very soon.
Will we, Lionel? Well, maybe the solution to our problems is coming just a little too late.
Yes, I'm going to the Sea Breeze for lunch. And then I'm going to be coming back here to do some packing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Driver, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I forgot something upstairs. I'm going to have to get out.
Sorry. It's too late for that now.
What do you mean it's too late for that now?
We mean that you're not going anywhere, lady, except where we take you. So just sit back and keep your mouth shut.
What are you talking about? Stop that.